Hi, I'm Steve Ritter, and I'm the Managing Director at the Midwest Institute and Center for Workplace Innovation. And we are fortunate to have a team of talented clinicians serving Chicago's west suburbs out of our Elmhurst office. And one by one, we'll be introducing each therapist to you. And today, I'm excited for you to meet Rachel Surprenant. So Rachel is a licensed social worker specializing in working with children and families. With clinical experience at Lurie Children's Hospital and Tuesday's Child, Rachel is energized by complex family situations and helping parents with behavior management challenges. So hi, Rachel.
Hi, Steve. Thank you for having me today.
You are very welcome. I'm looking forward to this conversation. So can you begin by describing your practice and your clinical approach?
Certainly. So my practice specializes in working with young children and their families, including both family and individual work with children and their parents. My expertise is working with explosive children, or those with large disruptive behaviors and big emotions that can impede their success at home or at school. My approach with new clients first focuses on their strengths and what they already do well, which can be a shift when a child first comes into therapy. Therapy should be a pleasant experience, even though some hard work is done. And especially when working with young children, it's so important that they have a space to have fun and enjoy their time with their therapist while focusing on what they've done well. From here, the emphasis then becomes the child's difficulties, or what we call lagging skills. When a lagging skill is called upon, that's when we see big difficult behaviors. This could include difficulties in regulation, problem solving, executive functioning, perspective taking, and many others. And once we understand these lagging skills, we can scaffold our expectations and work to strengthen those skills, which leads to a decline in disruptive behaviors. I also greatly value the parent's perspective in my practice because parents are, of course, the experts on their own children. So it's important to me that their thoughts and experiences are incorporated into our treatment goals. Along with that, it's also important that the parents know what's been successful for their child in therapy so far, so they can continue to support their development of these skills in the home environment. As we all know, it certainly takes a village, so I make sure I'm also available to support my clients as a part of their treatment team. This often means consultations with teachers, school counselors, or other therapists and professionals in the child's life to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. We are in very different times. And so
Mhm.
I'm wondering how the challenges that we're facing these days are affecting the way that people are reaching out to you. So in what areas is your practice growing? Why are people getting a hold of you these days?
Yeah, great question. Well, as you and I both know, Steve, it's been widely reported across the country that mental health concerns are growing rapidly, and quarantine is very difficult on children and their families. I've heard from many parents so far that it's incredibly challenging to juggle all that's expected of them during this time. From homeschool expectations to their own work and responsibilities being managed from home, it's incredibly overwhelming, especially with young children running around. Whether or not their child struggled with their behavior before, this time of uncertainty and lack of structure is incredibly challenging and scary for children, making it much more difficult for them to follow expectations at home. This lack of structure can be really daunting for a young child, and because of this, they often become more demanding of the one constant they do have in their lives, which is their parents in the home. This has drastically ramped up attention-seeking behaviors in many kids that I work with. Children are also lacking their other environments where they can be learning new skills, such as school, extracurricular activities, play dates, and many others. Their access to settings that facilitate social emotional learning is really limited, making it all the more difficult to manage their behavior. That said, the expectations of parents during this time has quadrupled on top of this, and yet the support they have has greatly diminished, making this an overwhelming time for so many. To address this, I've actually taken this time to launch a parent-child group designed to address these exact concerns. It's called Behavior Management, a Family Workshop. This group is a 4-week, hour-long program where families come together to tackle their child's behavioral difficulties as a family.
Well, I'd like to hear more about that. So you've designed this and you're co-leading this with a special ed teacher, Jennifer Doherty. Can you tell me a little bit more about the group you guys have designed?
Of course. So by participating, parents will learn the core tenets of child development and behavior management that inform the strategies they will learn to implement in their home. This group will weave together empirically researched models and the experience of our facilitators to condense this research into strategies that can be easily applied to their own home. It's our goal that parents leave this group with a better sense of their child's unique strengths and needs, which allows them to create a plan for the home that will both work to decrease difficult behaviors while also increasing the cohesiveness of the family. While parents are in their own classroom with myself, children will join a group of their own right next door. And this class is led by a close colleague of mine, Jennifer Doherty, who's a licensed special education teacher and learning behavior specialist. Each class of hers will be tailored to the age of the children enrolled and will include educational and creative activities. The group will focus on social emotional skills, including identification of feelings, development of coping skills, and increased emotional regulation. Our curriculum is flexible and designed to accommodate the various needs of the kids that we have enrolled and ensure everyone has an equal learning experience. To wrap up the group experience of the family, everyone will receive a portfolio of all the work their children have done in the classroom to celebrate as a family. And parents will receive referrals for any and all services they might be interested in and moving forward from this group. And because of the COVID-19 crisis going on currently, this group is now available virtually as well. It will emphasize the parent education component and include all the same curriculum and format our in-person parent classroom would. Because the child classroom component isn't as feasible in this current climate, this virtual group will actually cost only half of its typical fee.
So this sounds really valuable, and I would guess people would want to know how to get more information about this. Maybe you could share some contact information, whether people want to work with you individually or whether they'd like to, get more information about the group that you and Jennifer are going to run. How should people get a hold of you? What's the best way for families who are interested in working with you to get in contact?
Of course. So I'm completing phone and video consultations free of charge to determine if my practice is the best fit for your family and for me to better understand the family's needs. Families can also learn more about my parent-child group anytime by giving me a call or sending me an email. My phone is 224-532-9745, and my email is Rachel, Rachel, at elmhurstcounseling.com. I operate primarily out of the north side of Chicago for individual clients, but I also utilize the Elmhurst Counseling Office for individual work and my groups.
Great. Hey, why don't you share your phone number and your email contact one more time in case folks didn't have a pen or a pencil nearby?
Of course. So my phone is 224-532-9745, and my email is Rachel, Rachel, at elmhurstcounseling.com.
Thank you. And thank you for all you do, Rachel. Families express a great amount of appreciation for your insights and the resources that you provide as you assist them through these challenging times. So the community is grateful and our practice is grateful to have you on board on our team. So thank you again and take care.
Of course. Thank you for having me, Steve.